anybody hasn't set up their agent website, we could go through that process today. I could show you where to find resources to go through and help that process too, or to make additions or that type of stuff. And then Josh can kind of help us and kind of go through that process as well too. So that might be something that we can focus on and kind of go that route. Brittany, anything, what have you liked so far? What have you been able to do? No command at all. You know how to log in? You good? Everybody knows how to log in, right? Okay, awesome. So you're open to anything and everything today as well too. Mr. Andre, sounds like you're already in. You're good. You're running your business on it?
I've been doing a lot of stuff in design. So
nice.
I set up some Facebook stuff.
Awesome.
Done quite a bit there, designed some flyers. So I'm feeling more comfortable.
Cool.
I've done some things that made me feel silly after.
Yeah.
It turned out.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
Really, it's the webpage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So we can go, so today what we'll do, we'll dive into that, kind of go through that Kelly guide and setup process. And then I'm going to call on Josh to kind of show us some other things and how it can go through and how it can work and how it works together is also a good resource and thing to do. So kind of overview for y'all, there's a lot of different systems and things that people can use. And the ultimate goal of Command is to be able to use it all and have it in one place where it connects, where it operates, where you can run your business from one database, one system, everything from designing your marketing to marketing your content, what things you're doing to your Facebook, to all your different things, and it all connecting everything from your consumer side, so your website, your app, to your database and your contacts and everything. It also includes ways to systemize your communication, so sending out smart plans, sending out neighborhood updates and all those different things. You're able to do that within Command, and it all starts with adding contacts in your database. So if you haven't started doing that, that's always the first place that I would recommend, is getting comfortable with adding contacts and going through that process, no matter what. That's the first thing you need to do when you get started in real estate, is letting people know you're in real estate and who can you talk to, build your database, because your business is going to come from those people you know, like, and trust, and those people that want to do business with you, or those people that you know are going to be those first people that you can kind of create relationships and then have that kind of system. So I always recommend, I don't know, being in PC or anything like that, starting with like your 5x5 and having 5 contacts a day and kind of going through that process and getting them added into Command and starting that process. So that's always just kind of overview what I like to talk about. However, today we'll focus on website, getting that kicked off so you can kind of go through that process. And Josh kind of co-teach and we'll go from there. Sound good? All right, so this is your main Command home screen. You've got there on the left-hand side all your main icons. You click this red box and they all pop out. So just quick overview, everything from home, contacts, tasks, smart plans, referrals. If you can't see it all, make sure you zoom out so all my little icons weren't showing. So if you ever see that and you can't like scroll down on the left-hand side, then make sure you just kind of zoom out on your screen, and you can just do that by control and minus. So now I've got all my kind of applets that are available, everything from contacts, tasks, smart plans, referrals, opportunities, campaigns, reports, designs, listings, insights. For my business personally, I run it out of Command. So having tasks like updating me and kind of doing those things, and really opportunities and being able to track my opportunities, that's been the best thing for me, is knowing to see where my business is and what can I expect to earn, where I'm at in the process, and kind of going through that process of what's going through. So having your listings available, being able to show like your potential income. Oh my gosh, stop it. Get that out here. So everything from listings, buyers, leases, showing where your business is coming from, all those different types of things. It's just a nice feature to have to give you an idea, a bird's eye view of your business and keep you on track. So contacts and opportunities, if you don't know anything else, that's the best place to start and kind of start tracking your business. And I just wanted to touch on that before we really got started. So going into, let's get this box out of here. So first, I want to show us a place where we can go to get resources. And I know if y'all been in classes before, I've showed this. However, it's always nice to just get a reminder of places you can go for like step-by-step guides on what to do and how to kind of begin the process. So if we go to here on your home screen, if you click here on the right where your name is in the drop down, there is a button that says Command Training. Hey, Jeff George, I'm not Jeff George, but he was logged in here at one point. Jeff is much more attractive than me. So if you click on that one, if you're logged in on your computer, it'll go to your basically Connect and your training. So it's going to have these three options. I'm ready to use Command, what to do. I need training on how to run my business using KW technology. I'm ready to set up my KW app. I need details on my new KW app. I'm running a technical issue and need support. I'm not sure, can you recommend something? So if we go to this Get Training icon, it's going to pop you down to here. So command your business with unprecedented insight and ease. So it's got recommend what I want to command my database. I want to command my transactions. I want to command my marketing. I want to command my consumer experience. I want to command my day. I want to command my referral business. These are all module trainings that you can go into and kind of go through step by step on adding contacts. It can point you to resources of like, okay, here's how you can import contacts, mass contacts coming in, or what different features and things that you can use. And if you ever get stuck on something and no one's able to kind of answer your questions or anything, this is a good place to go to kind of just mess around and kind of just play with and just kind of go through some of the stuff. So I want to show you all, like if you go to my command my database or your database, you've got learn more. If you click on that, it's just kind of give you an overview of what you can learn, recommended training, and then it goes into these getting started sessions. So if we go to get started, it's going to be a 10-minute video on how to connecting with your sphere, building your database, how to add a contact, how to add tags to your contacts so you can label them and be able to kind of go through that process. Mark contacts as leads, add a lead. There's all these videos that you can go through and watch at your own pace, at your time. That kind of gives you an overview from the very beginning and kind of gets you through the process. So it's a good resource if you've got, I know I would time block some time in your day to go through this and kind of start the process. Be neighborhood driven kind of outlines that process. Add in a contact monthly neighborhood nurture. These are just good little training sessions to kind of get you started. But today, we're going to focus on website, and ideally, the goal today is to be able to kickstart it to where you can make your website live. It doesn't have to be perfect with all the amazing content that Josh has on his website. However, you can get it updated to where you can start sharing it with people. They have a place to go and interact and kind of have that consumer experience. And that's really what the ultimate goal is. Josh has been really good at updating that. How has your engagement been with people that you've given your app to or looked at your website? What do you feel like it's helped you with? Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have it set up in the guide or just on that sheet? Okay, cool. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, we can get into that later. So this is always a good one. So if you go to the, I want to consume my consumer experience, this is going to be able to walk you through kind of setting up your app and doing those type of things as well. And recommended training. So agent site. So if we go to this one, there's a 50-minute video of getting started with your site. Do y'all have time for a 50-minute video? No, because you got agents yelling at you and that type of stuff. No. And then there's a 10-minute read that's setting up your agent site. So we'll go through a lot of this today and kind of get you started in the right direction. And then this is always a great resource to go to for finding stuff. So answers.kw.com. If you go there, it's going to be an overview of different questions and things that you can have. So if you go to command, notifications in command, how to assign it, this is like a support page where you can go find out anything, kind of go through that process. So with agent sites in command, you'll be able to build a highly personalized and engaging websites for your clients to interact with. I'm clicking this cord. Let's see. Come on. Let's go. There we go. I stepped on it, sorry. So here, when you get to this, like setting up your site, I'm gonna put it, I wish I was on my computer because I could text it to everybody. So if you go back to command and you go to this top right-hand corner, the little arrow, you can click on that. You can go to command training. It's going to take you to KW Connect directly. And it's going to say your name, hi, your name, what are you looking for today? And if you click on this get training, it's going to go down to your training. And then these are the different modules and things that we were kind of looking through. If you go to, I want to command my consumer experience and click on that one. And then once you get into this, you're going to have learn more. So it's going to give you kind of an overview of things that you can expect to learn through these modules. Recommended trainings, get where you want to go to actually get the training. Getting started, session 1. That's your agent site. So the things that we're talking about right now, getting that updated and getting that going. You can click on that. And then there's a 50-minute video. So that's a kind of an overview. It'll take you to that video and you can watch it. This 10-minute read is where I just was. If I go through and click on that, it's going to take me to answers.kw.com, where they've got answers to everything and like step-by-step guides. So if you're wanting to know how to add a contact or anything like that, you can do that as well by just going through and reading like a step-by-step how-to on how to set up your agent site, how to add a contact, how to import contacts. That's all available for you. A lot of people don't know it's available for you. And it's a great resource for you to be able to go to, because a lot of this stuff is we can teach these classes and I can go really fast or I can slow down, and then do you retain it? And that falls on me being able to share it with y'all. Am I doing a good job in that? However, there's also a place by you just learning it and going through it yourself that you can kind of grasp it a little bit more and kind of really implement it in your business. So for setting up your agent sites, kind of read through this a little bit. So command for seamless lead capturing, instant follow-ups with leads and contacts, tracking those interactions and seeing what listings your clients might be interested in. You can also have the ability to create standalone landing pages, not attached to your website for your purpose you want. So you're going to have your agent website, and then you're also going to have your standalone website, like potential landing pages. So if you want to create a landing page that's specific to a listing that you have and use that, you're more than welcome to. So it drives people to that, showcases your listing. You could use it on like campaigns and ads that you're running. So it's not pushing to HAR, it's not pushing to other things, it's going to your stuff, and you can create it the way you want it to look. So it kind of gives you that extra exposure and those type of things. So this first step, it talks about completing the Kelly guide. So I don't know if some of y'all have set up y'all's marketing profile or anything like that, but that's always a good thing to do and kind of before getting your agent site set up and those type of things. What we'll do, we'll kind of go through the agent site setup, and then we can go to settings and talk about marketing profile after that, just so we can kind of get going through the actual agent site stuff today. But this is a great place come to be able to set up and kind of go through that process. Where you at? I can walk because I'm there. Different ways you can do it. So you're looking at right here. So if you go to your dashboard, main trading, it'll pop up here. Inver Igloo, get training, it's going to pop down here. And this is where I went. Consumer experience. And if you go to the recommended training, let's see, excitement, click on the drop down, and this is the one that I went through. So this is just a good, I would bookmark this page. So that. Okay. You always have that same number before, so you can go to that and access it if you've got questions or anything like that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to hop back into command, and then we'll go through the initial setup of your website through the Kelly guide, and we'll tell you a little bit about what Kelly guide is and what that what that process is. So it sounds like some of y'all have gone through the Kelly Guide already and at least been able to find that for the most part. So let's go back here. So if we go to our command website or our command homepage, does anybody know where we go to get to our agent websites? Where do we go? That's for marketing and like creating stuff. You can go to designs and create like standalone like landing pages. So that's a way you can get there. However, the main stuff for your consumer and like app and your website, you're going to want to go down to the last one here in consumer. So once you click on consumer, it's going to take you into the consumer portal section, that applet. So as you can see here, it's got landing pages, agent site pages, and guide builder. So this is your consumer experience tab. So these are all different landing pages and things I've created, like one-off pages. So like I have a listing here that I created a specific landing page for, it's for sale. It's got my picture, it's got my logo, it's got my information. It's got the specific property information. So you see a lot of times people will share the HAR link and it goes to like HAR, goes to the website. It's got your name on it, but it's not necessarily branded or that type of things. Here you can do that and kind of create it to your own stuff. So you're more consistent, it kind of goes through your process and you can kind of generate leads to your database, to your consumer app, and kind of it all connects and kind of goes through the process. So this is something you can come in, create, do all that different type of stuff, which is a pretty cool experience. So that's like a single landing page. We'll talk about that kind of in some later on classes and everything, but today kind of getting started and what the best place to do. So if you go up here to the site and app settings, you click on that, it's going to take you into this side. This is your kind of your website, your specific site, like for your business kind of general information page. So this has everything from your general information stuff. You can edit it and change it here as well. Or your URLs, your featured listings, your theme, your site pages, all that kind of stuff. You can kind of work through all of these things. You're going to want to make sure once you've set up your website and put your information in it and kind of set up those initial stuff, if this green switch is not turned on, then your website's not going to be activated. So if that's not switched and you've already set up your Kelly Guide, like went through the Kelly Guide and set up your website, it's just going to go to like Keller Williams based website that people can log in and look at houses and that type of stuff. It's not going to show what you've created or what you've set up and those type of things. So you want to make sure that's set up. A lot of people go through the Kelly Guide and don't realize that. And they're like, well, where's my website when they type in their URL and it's not going to what they set up or what it's updated to. So that's just something to kind of go through. So if you click on Agent Site Options or Learn More with Kelly Guides, I'm going to click on the Learn More with Kelly Guides, and that's kind of where we'll start today. So Learn More. So which Kelly Guide would you like to complete? Kelly is such an amazing computer artificial intelligence person. She's here to help us. Isn't that exciting? So Agent Site or Consumer Settings. I'm going to click on Agent Site, and we're going to continue. Leave. And basically, so what can you expect out of this guide? Learn how to create, manage your personal, that doesn't make sense. Manage your personally branded, neighborhood-focused, mobile-optimized website. So get started. That's getting you into your website. Click the accept and acknowledge. So this takes you into where you can kind of set up your initial website and create it and kind of get going through the process. Has everybody been here before? Kind of gone through that process. So this is really just a step-by-step process of setting up your website and getting that at least base down where you can send people to it, they can log in, they can do all those different types of things. So here on the first step, so choose your subdomain and configure your profile. So when somebody logs into your website, this is where they're going to go first and kind of how it's going to look. You can create your subdomain. So subdomain, what is that? So my real estate team is HTX Realty Group. So I've got a subdomain, htxrealtygroup.kw.com. Some people have their personal name, so it could be austinjacksonrealtor.kw.com or just austinjackson.kw.com. And that's kind of where you can kind of create it yourself and not have to pay for a domain, like a host domain, like from GoDaddy or anything like that. I do pay for a separate like host domain just because I already had it, and then I just kind of forwarded this website to that domain, but it still like goes to this the main website. So we can talk about that a little bit later. But all you got to do is confirm your domain, and that's really the first step. So congrats, you have claimed your subdomain. So everybody at this page are kind of following along. So it should auto-populate with your name.kw.com. You can claim that, or if you've got like a real estate name that you're going by or anything like that, you can kind of customize it, or Houston area homes for sale.kw.com or something like that. You can kind of process it. And with that .kw, there could be some domains that are taken, like houstonhomes.com, but you might be able to do houstonhomes.kw.com, which could help with people finding it or kind of going through that process. So marketing profile information. So this is where I was talking earlier. If you go to your settings within Command, like on that main page where we click that down arrow, you can go in and set up your main marketing profile, and we'll kind of revert back to that. But if you don't have any of that set up, you might already have it set up because some of that automatically sets up. It should come into this basic information where it'll pull your name, your market center brokerage, your address, team or business name, your personal job title, your email, office phone number, biography, agent license number. These are all different things that are available for you to put in there. And everything that has a red asterisk on it, so like your name, in order to go to the next step, you're going to want to make sure that's filled out and kind of going through that process. So we'll kind of jump back to the marketing profile here in a little bit once we get through this. But so you can kind of save your logos and that type of stuff as well too, and like your bio for that process. So I've got everything set up. It's got Austin Jackson, HTX Realty Group. I've got my biography, my license number, and you don't really have to put that, but it's a nice, good thing to have. Compliance footer, each office is independently owned and operated. Market center brokerage number. These things are good to put on there just to have, but it's not necessarily a requirement. Compliance and legal footer. So this was where you could put the IIBS and your notice of, what's it called? Consumer protection notice. So you can get those from HAR and add the links here to where they're accessible on your website, so people can come here and basically protect me because they're available for people to see, because that's something that's there. Legal footer items. So you can kind of just go through and kind of mess with this. You can put your headshot, your team logo, social media links, all that good stuff. And then also you can see where there's a link to your app, like your KW app link. So we can show you how to get that link later on too for your actual app. So if you're sharing it with people or those type of things, you can get that. But that's my personalized link to my KW app. But basically what we're doing is just working through this Kelly guide, make sure all your information's in there, with what you would include, and then you just save and continue. And then it takes you basically to your theme. So you can do a red theme, a dark theme. So if you click a dark theme, you can see the KW in the top left on the screen adjusted to a dark. I like the red just because it goes with kind of my colors a little bit more. So that's something that's available. And then here, homepage text, enter your text that grabs your client's attention for your personalized page. So it auto generates like find your dream home, or you could change it and put like Houston is home, search for your next home here, something like that. So upload a homepage hero image. So what a hero image is see this picture that's behind that graphic? It's the houses. You'll have auto, like Keller Williams ones that are already generated for you, like base ones. You can go through and customize those. You can go through and adjust them and change them and kind of put your own things. But there is, KW has like stock photos that you don't have to pay for or worry about like copyright or those type of things. If we go to Josh's website, he's done some really cool stuff that he has created in designs. Clothes with the beard. .kw.com. Close with beard, not the beard. Close with a beer is what I was gonna say. Sounds like Brittany probably needs one after her crazy. So Josh has gone here and he's put like custom photos of himself. Look how good he looks right there. And then his clients, people that he's worked with. And then you can add your featured listings. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But these hero images, they fluctuate, they can change, and they go through like a slideshow, and you can kind of customize it. So he's done a really cool job about putting his past clients on here, past photos, maybe some different listings or anything like that, which is a cool added personal touch you can do to your website. But we'll go back here. So how you can upload these is give your agent site a personalized look that reflects your business. So if you feel like this reflects Josh's business, so you can go through, do that. I didn't know we closed that many deals. I didn't actually get deals. Sorry, he does a good job. Your mom's. So these images will display, you can upload them. So just basically updating, drag and drop images, or click on your browser to look. So it's kind of available for you there. You can go through and delete some of these. I went through and like I had found like a stock image of like Houston that I could show like Minute Maid and that type of stuff, just because I wanted to include that, especially with my real estate team being HTX Realty Group and wanting to grow a Houston business. So put kind of like a personal, that type of image. I haven't spent as much time as Josh on my website, just because I drive more people to like my social media and those type of platforms. However, it's a good tool and kind of going through where you can customize it and do these different types of things. What's so great is like you don't have to pay to build a website. Like there's some people that get in real estate and pay thousands of dollars to get a website created for them, and it doesn't have property search. It doesn't connect them with their database. It doesn't do all those type of things, and this all communicates together. Next one, customize your site's content. So you can come in here and create whatever type of content you want on here, and this is kind of going through that process. So navigation, so when you're in that drop-down section, company profile, about me, contact us, search engine optimization, like things that you can add here, those type of things if people are searching. I haven't messed with this too much, just kind of got the main information. Do you put anything in your SEO description or anything like that? No. That's just to kind of like help search engine shows like SEO description and search results. Optimizing the description is a very important aspect, as search engines will match keywords used in consumer searches with this description. So if people are looking for homes in Houston, like that might be something that you can put there where people can find it. Content, this is like what you're actually putting here. So company profile, you could change this. HTX Realty Group, you can upload a header image, you can do different things from here, kind of really make it what you want to make it. And what I kind of did was look at some other people's websites that have created them. Like you could go to Josh's website and see what he put in his little section or what things that he's done, and kind of create that and kind of take little bits and pieces from it and kind of go from there. But intro description, this is like maybe company profile, maybe you put your mission statement here. I can't spell though. Whatever your mission statement is, you can add that and kind of get that through the process. Maybe you serve a certain area or helping first-time home buyers. Section paragraph. How do you help first-time home buyers? Like a general description into that. And then you can create like a picture or something, or like drop a picture, upload a picture. This is just going to be the stock ones that are available in here and kind of giving you an initial format to kind of go through and set up. Footer headline, all these different things. I'm going to go ahead and say continue. About me. So the next page, so what we're doing is going through and working through the pages that are automatically set up within KW, like the initial setup to kind of get you going at least get you on the right direction. And then you can kind of build up from there and do some of the stuff that Josh has done, which I can show you all after this. And then you can sit with him, buy him lunch, pay him $1,000. He's getting more expensive. Yeah. But you can come in and kind of create your own bio page so people know who you are and kind of set up through that process. Your navigation, so we're on the About Me. We go to search engine optimization, same as what we were looking at earlier, but then your content. So About Me, what your title is. So I put owner because I'm owner of HTX Realty Group. Put the realtor sign just because I thought it looked good. And then my team's name right there. And then About Austin, put my bio. If you ever want to learn about who I am, that's where you can see that. Contact title, so who you can contact. My phone number, my email, those different types of things that you can add and set up through your website. Continue, and then there's a contact us page. So you'll have the company profile, you'll have the About Me, and then you'll have the contact us. That's going to be your generic kind of page options that are available through your agent website. That you'll at least want something there that looks clean, kind of set up, and then you can expand it if you want to and really kind of make it your own. And you can create a website, and it's not too difficult to kind of work through and kind of go through that process, but it's a cool little feature. So if we save it, continue, it's going through processing it. And now once you've gone through all that and set up those initial ones, you've got your website activated, you've set up your profile, you've set your domain, and people can go to your website now and kind of take a look at it. So it'll take you back to your Kelly guide. So you can go to site facts, so like frequently asked questions. So that page that we got to earlier that had like the step-by-step guide, you can click on this and it's going to go to get answers. So agent sites, it's going to take you to another place where you can kind of find information. So conduct nationwide searches on one site branded to you, search by neighborhood, receive hyperlocal, getting started, review. So take a few minutes, familiarize yourself with site features, all that good stuff. So this is another article, turn your website into a lead generation machine. There's different kind of resources and things that are available for you to kind of take you through that process. And there's videos and stuff that's been recorded. So if we go back, I'm gonna go back to the agent.kw.com. Back to consumer, because that's how we get to where we're at. So we've gone through and I set up my agent site. So if I go to htxrealtygroup.kw.com, my site's going to have information that's available. I need to update some stuff on mine. But, so this is how, so what you've done, you've updated it, you've set your features, you've set stuff. If you've put a different hero image, that stuff will come up. If you've added featured listings, interested, let's talk, contact page. These are all things that you can add and customize or kind of make your own. But the big thing, what is so great about the consumer experience is how it gives your clients that you're working with, your database, somewhere to instantly connect with you and search properties that's connected to your database. So if you see the login or sign up section, that's where you really want people to go to and set up and kind of do those things. So if you log in, so Austin, I don't remember, see if I've got one set up. So this is basically like pretending I'm a consumer that's logging in on my website. So I've set up a search, I've gone through, if you look here, now it's kind of each individual consumer is going to have their own version of your website, that they can look for houses, that they can contact you, that they can see every different thing, and it's interactive. It's just not a landing page that's about you and what it kind of shows or anything like that. It's something that actually they can interact with, they can kind of go through the process, and it communicates with you. So here's all, like if you click on the HTX Realty Group, which I titled that, there's all the things that we created, like your About Me, Contact Us, company profile. I created another one, I need to delete that. But these are your agent site pages, and I'll show you how to create like one-off site pages, or at least where to go, not really dive into it too much today. But that's kind of where that is. But then you've got saved. So this is like saved searches. This is your guide. So we were talking about that earlier. So you can come in here and create personalized individual guides for your clients to go through. So what's the first step? Congratulations on starting the process of buying your home. The timeline will guide you through the steps required. Paul, it says Paul because that's the auto one. I haven't updated it, so don't judge me. But we'll be providing insights on each step. You don't need to follow it exactly, but we do recommend you consider each step, especially if you're a first-time buyer. So this is something that if your client's logged in on your app or they've logged into your website, they can go through, and this is another value or consumer experience that's giving them, where they know what to expect, what's coming next, where's going. So starting your search. So start your search. It gives information about how to start your search. What does that look like? Get pre-approved. So it takes you directly to like a Keller Mortgage link. You don't have to have the Keller Mortgage link. You could just outline getting approved and what that steps are, and maybe add like a different mortgage company or your preferred lenders or that type of stuff there. But this kind of walks them through and kind of goes through that process. Tour homes, make an offer, execute a contract, home inspection, home insurance, home warranty, close. So this could guide your clients through the process where they're not calling you, not knowing what's coming up next. So you have these available for you in the guide, but you can also go in and customize them. When I hop back to Command, I'll show you where you can do that too. But this is just one of the features that individualized consumer experience. When people log into your website, this is what they're going to see. So when you're meeting with somebody on your buyer's consultation, instead of, hey, they look at homes on Zillow.com, Zillow or Realtor.com, say, hey, I've got this great app or great website. Love for here. I created you a profile, because that's what I've done a lot of times, because they have to set up an account and it has to be like linked to you and that type of process. You could like just drive them to your website and say, hey, create a login, do that type of stuff, and then they'll be kind of linked to you through the process. So, and this is just setting them where they're connected with you and through that process. So the guide, the feed, so think of it as like a Facebook feed essentially. So if I'm working with a buyer and they're going through and looking at houses, they're going to have a feed of everything that they've looked at, that they can see, save searches. So I live in Bay Knoll here. I've got a save search that I set up as a consumer. So if I view all these, I can come in and view these homes, the IDS search type stuff, so I can see homes that are available in my neighborhood or where I'm looking to buy or that type of stuff. So it's a really cool feature. And what I was showing you this, I just wanted to show you how it shows up on our website in Command. So how does this connect with Command? What does that look like? And kind of going through that process. So if I come back to Command, so we did our initial setup. I showed you how a consumer would log into it and kind of set it up. So now if I come back to my home screen, you see the bell at the top, that's your notifications. So that little red dot means something happened. So it could be somebody sent you a referral from your referral network, or somebody, agent site notification, Austin Jacks has logged in. So I can go in to click on this, and it's going to take me directly to that contact page. It's going to show me that contact, all their information. Today, logged in, agent site at 11:28. I have all my email things, so I can see everything that's on somebody has gone through or kind of gone through the process. So this is where Command comes into play, where you can see and interact that consumer experience with your clients and kind of going through that process. So it's a really, really cool feature. You can look at their saved searches. You can create a saved search for your clients. So if they're looking at, they want to move into a specific neighborhood, say they want to move into Bay Oaks, you can come in here and create a saved search for Bay Oaks, where they're going to be able to look at those homes when they go to their app, when they go to their website, when they go through, kind of like a property search that you set up on HAR and send to them, those type of things. But it's connected to your database. It's going to come into command. It's going to set up different things. You can send them up on smart plans. You can do all that kind of stuff all in one section. You can look at the opportunities that you have with them, those type of things. So that's just kind of what I like to show you. When somebody logs in, when somebody creates an account, goes to it, that's how it pops up. So going back to consumer side though, so if we were on my website, we kind of looked at it, what it looks like from a buyer side or a client side. Now kind of diving into different features and things that you can do or anything like that. So consumer, so your landing pages, your single landing pages, that guide builder. So we talked about the guide builder, I showed you that. This is where you can come in and customize that guide and make it your own personal steps. Everybody does their business a little bit different and a little bit the same. You could change this to how you do your business. Say starting your search, you don't necessarily want to do that. Maybe you want to put buyer's consult right here. Or and what does that look like and how do you do that process? You can customize it and do those different things by just clicking on it and editing it similar to what we were doing on the website. So then agent site pages. So these are those pages that we had set up earlier. I've got a few other pages that I haven't made active or anything like that. But these are that company profile, the About Me, the Contact Us tab, where you can come in and create like an own individual agent site page. So I'm going to pop back to Josh's website and show you all some of the stuff that he's done, so you can at least get an idea of it. And then he'll teach a class here probably. We always do it kind of like once a month, where he teaches a class on how to update some of those sites and kind of do your own features. So if you go to Josh's website, I'm not logged in as a consumer or anything, so you don't see that guide, you don't see the feed or anything like that. But if I was to log in, I would see that stuff. However, he's got all these different features here. So he's downloaded my app. So he created a page where you can click on it, it'll show you how to download the app. So if I click on that, it's gonna go to this page. It's gonna go to the App Store to download the Keller Williams Real Estate mobile app for iPhone. It's a good resource to have. He's got a free home evaluation. So he's got a Google form that he's embedded in here that you can go through and add. He's got a lot of stuff that are beneficial and that are things that kind of add value. However, you don't have to do all this stuff. You can kind of keep it the bare minimum and just use it as like a search place for your clients. But he's looking to get pre-approved. So this is all where he has his pre-approved. So Keller Mortgage, he set up Fairway Mortgage, Cross Country, where they can go in and get started to apply now. So if he has a client he's meeting for a buyer's consult, and he pulls, instead of sending them directly to the mortgage company's website, he says, hey, go to my website, closewithbeard.com, or looking to get pre-approved section, and they've got options that they can go through and look at, and I want to get started with Fairway Mortgage. It's going to go to that application and that pre-approval process, or it just makes it a seamless process to where they can get set up and get started throughout the buying process, right? That's your ultimate goal and kind of setting that stuff up.
Yeah, my goal is once you come to the site,
Yeah. So having all those, and he's really done some cool things. Marketing your home. So what are the steps when looking to partner with somebody? Just so it's valuable things that people, when they're hiring an agent, they might want to see. Does that make sense? Is this helpful showing y'all this? Yeah, don't feel like you have to do that either. And kind of getting that process started. So, yeah. Yeah, so if you're kind of wanting to like edit your website or do those type of things, so if you go back to consumer, there's a few different ways you can get to it. So And Josh, you can kind of elaborate on it a little bit, but you've got your agent site pages. So if you created a regular, like the About Us page, I can go here and click on this and it can edit it. Oh, yeah, you go to site app settings. Oh, okay. You can do that in designs, and you can also go to site app settings, though. And then general. So here you can kind of edit what this top is. So like find your dream home, change your different images. Basically everything that was in the Kelly guide, you can adjust here. And then URLs, you can change your URL. That's where you can get your app link to, so you can share directly with people. Featured listings, this is where you can add your specific featured listings too. So if you have listings, you can add that feature. Like I have HTX Realty Group featured listings. You can also add office featured listings if you don't have any listings right now. And you can kind of update and add like your new ones as you go along through the process. Theme, site pages. Yep. 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 And then you've got your site pages. So you can come in here and edit too by clicking on the site pages at the end, your About Me, kind of just the main generic stuff. Company profile. I'm gonna delete this one. I got 2 on there, but you can add pages and do all that kind of stuff. But like Josh was saying, if you want to edit like a specific one on there, you go into designs and you go to agent site here at the top. This is going to be all like the different pages and things that you've created. But just like you do create a design, like a marketing piece, you click on the plus button, click on social, right? I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna go back because that was wrong. So forget what I just said. Yeah.
You tried in the pages?
Yeah, you just click on one of the pages that shows up. So you click on agent site and then like company profile. Click on that. And then this is where you can actually edit that page and kind of go through the process. So company profile, there's what's called widgets. So like if I wanted to just create, like you could start with a blank slate here and make whatever you want on these pages. Like he's added forms and he's added other things. I wouldn't say necessarily start with that, and not necessarily, you don't necessarily need that on your website, but it's an added feature, added bonus that you can do. I would just kind of start with the basic stuff, the company profile, the About Us that works out in your Kelly guide, and just do the Kelly guide. If you feel like you're ready to take that next step, you can come in and create your own and kind of filter and do like create it to what you want it to look like. But so like agent profile, here, like if you click it, so like if I want to just customize this, like here's the different options and stuff at the top. So I can delete this one. I can agent profile, I can drag this in. Widgets template was I haven't configured my widget, but you can kind of go in and kind of set these up. So if I want to go configure widgets, headline, oh wait, that's the wrong one. Done. Set up. Set that up. Oh, no. So content blocks, you can add different content blocks and everything too, if you want to add an image or anything like that. But I'm going to click on configure widgets. Done. It's not giving me the right stuff. Headline. Austin Jackson. It's still got the old one on there. You can really make it kind of what you want to and start from blank and kind of really go into your own process. I probably wouldn't say do that right away right now, just because it's a lot and you don't necessarily need it right off the bat. Really, what you want your website for is just some place that you can drive traffic to, where people can interact and connect with your database, create that consumer experience. And what people are really looking for on your website is search. They don't necessarily care about, like, when was the last time you went to a website to look at something? You either go to their Facebook page or their Instagram or those type of things. Most people nowadays do that. They don't type a website in and look for that. Sometimes, like if you're going to a restaurant, yeah, the menu's there or something like that. But it's just like a nice thing to kind of round out your business, but you don't necessarily have to have all this information. You want it to where they can go through and look at houses. That's what they're using it for. So if you can get them off realtor.com, if you can get them to stop using Zillow to look for houses, that's where you want to drive it. So that's the benefit of the app. That's the benefit of your website, and having that guide where it interacts with your database at the same time as well too. So I'm gonna go ahead, but that, like if you're editing or changing those, you can go into designs and just click on that one and kind of set it up. And then once you've saved the changes or done anything like that, just pop back to, it'll go automatically to this page. And to make sure like the pages are active on your website, you'll go here. So I created a homekeeper blog because Josh taught us this class. And you could set it to where it links on your website. Yeah, how do yeah. Site, those are all the different site pages that you've created that are linked to your site. And then you go to, yep. And then add a page. These are all the ones you've created. So the homekeeper blog, continue.
It's going to save another version of it to make sure that when you do this, I just didn't know that way. Whatever happened on my page.
Save page.
Why do you show that up now?
Yeah, that's what it said on this one, yeah. So I've added that, so that's set up where it comes up on my page now. Different themes, you can kind of go through and change the different stuff here as well too. But like if I go back to my website, good luck. Now I've got the homekeeper blog here. So like a standalone web, like a website that I added to my agent site. That's kind of available. And Josh does his next class, he'll show you how to do this, right?
The class I did that one and
So I know that was a lot of stuff. So bear with me. The biggest thing is just kind of getting used to it, getting it activated, going through that Kelly guide and at least setting that stuff up and kind of going through that feature. So kind of messing around with the consumer site. So knowing how to get to consumer. So you've got your landing pages, your agent site pages. If you only want like certain things, you can delete some of them too. Then your guide builder, those type of stuff. Then site and app settings, that's going to drive you to where you can go and edit those things. Your site pages is what's going to be on there. So your about me, contact us, company profile, that's where that information is. Does that make sense? Was that helpful? Is that what y'all are looking for today? For the most part? Are you overwhelmed? Okay. Don't worry about it. If you're overwhelmed, don't mess with your website yet. You don't have to. So that's just, it's not something you have. It's not something you have to do. What's your domain? Yeah. Yeah. What's your domain that you set up? THERESE LA at kw.com. Oh, not at. So you've got your website. So now see how it shows up right here. It shows me that that green button's not switched over on yours, so it's not set up. So if we come back over here. Yeah, that's a good spot to go. So let's see how. Yeah. So now everything is set up should come up through on your website. Select listings. Yeah. Yes. These are all active. Yeah. So it's all different ones. One Valley Real Estate. So anything across the country that's listed inside MLS. Right. To go to your site pages, you click on that. There's like the main site pages that you created that you want to set up. Look at it, change it here. Add the new page that you created. These are all the site pages that you created. So if you create a new one, if you want to create a new site, you can click here and go basically to designs, or you can kind of set it up and add it.
How do I get those onto my page?
So they'll automatically be on your page. However, you have to be logged in as a consumer to see them. Yeah. So if someone's not logged in, then they won't see it. So I want to see if. So yours is actually set up. You just have the logo. You don't have like a logo up on yours. So yours is that button is activated and ready to go. So you've gone through and you can kind of come in and adjust some of these things. So like on that in the Kelly guide that we went through. Yeah. So you can. So that's what it looks like right now. So you can come in and kind of adjust those different things and kind of create it what you want it to create it. You can put anything you want. Like I was messing with mine a few weeks ago, so I don't know if it's going to be still updated or not. I haven't really messed with it lately. So if I go here, I go to company profile. So I put the mission of it, like I basically put, is to provide premier customer experience for each home seller, home buyer we work with, knowledge we've gained through the years, blah, blah, blah. Then Greater Houston area real estate, specializing in Greater Houston area from the Houston Bay Area to the Woodlands. We have a team of agents that specialize. Yep. Yeah, you can do that. If say you're a veteran, like you work with veterans, you could put like a little brief there. Maybe you have like a specific designation. You can put a logo of the designation in here, or you can put a picture of working with clients that were first-time home buyers and put there. I put like the Keller Williams Y4, I can't ever say it, Y4C2Ts, so like what the belief system is. And then like putting you first, Keller Williams is the world's largest real estate franchise. All these different things that you can kind of add and mess with. And it's really just kind of going in there and messing with it and seeing what looks good, what doesn't. And there's going to be things that you're trying to do that aggravate you.
So then right there, you fill in your.
This would, if someone comes to your website, so like if I'm logged in right now, so it's got my logged in information. But like if I sign out and I go, that would be like a contact page that they go to. So contact us, I could go here and then I would type the stuff in. Or if I'm on the company profile one, I come down, interested, let's talk. Like if I wanted some information, I would come in and put my stuff. And then it would alert me in my command, like that little red dot, and I have an opportunity to reach out to somebody. Or if they log in and create a link and do those type of things. Does that make sense? So I'm going to log into, I'm going to create like an account on yours. Do you have like a personal email that you use? Yeah, what's your regular Gmail? So a lot of the times, like to get people actually using your site, so like I meet with a buyer and maybe they might not go through the step of actually logging in and setting it up. A lot of times I'll go through and like, hey, here, what's your email? Let me set you up an account through my website. Hey, you can start searching for homes here. Here's your username. Here's your password. So like 123 real estate. Make sure I spelled real estate right. So your username is your Gmail, and then 12 sign up. I need to sign up. So password 123 real estate. Sign up. Created an account. continue. So now it looks like I'm a consumer that's logged in on your website. So you've got the TK there. So now if we go to your command page. So I'm just going to refresh the page. Click on the home button. You should, since someone logged in on your website, it's a good thing to do is go in as a consumer a few times just to see what people look like. We have more people in the office now. But if you go back into command, you should have a little bell icon with the dot now that somebody logged in on your website and was looking at it and using it. And you'll be able, and it'll add them as a contact in your database too. And then it'll show like length and all that kind of stuff. Was this helpful today? Did that answer most of your questions and kind of go through that? Josh, you got anything to add? So reach out to Josh. He's a website master. Buy him lunch. Buy him something. Well, your time. But he's really good. He can set up some of the other stuff and kind of go through that process. Or there's a few other agents that will set that up for you. There's some people that maybe like people that have made it a business even that they offer like third-party service of setting up your website and all that kind of stuff. Not everybody's skilled or has the time to do this. So if you want to add stuff, you can reach out to somebody else, maybe pay Josh $25 and he can set up the initial stuff for you. Yeah. So like that's something that you can definitely do too. So
Say tomorrow night or Saturday morning, 2 a.m. I'm up in Sugar and Caffeine.
yeah.
And I felt terribly creative, but I woke up the next day and
Yeah.
Is there a way just to kind of restore just the faults?
So you could go through, I'm sure, I haven't thought of that yet, but you can go through like your agent site pages and like, so if you go through and add a bunch of site pages and stuff that you want to do, you can go through your site and app settings and you can go through and delete them and take like the URLs off and kind of, or like your site pages, like say I created like 10 new pages last night. I can just go to the site pages and then delete them or just make them where you can't view them. So like there might be something that you're working on and like it's taking some time to create, but you don't want to actually push it to your website yet. Then it could sit here and not be like actually added to your page. So like what I would do is like go to designs, make a bunch of different pages that connect with your site, like your agent site, and then you could make it live later on. And then if you want to kind of clear back, when you're into the design section, just like you can go back to previous versions and stuff like that. Yeah. It would be like in that individual page. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Cool. So that was agent websites. The big thing that's a good resource is knowing where to go to kind of walk you through stuff. So we went through it today, kind of hopping around different ways. Go to that command training, go to get training, I want to command my consumer experience, recommended training, agent site. Here's a 50-minute video or a 10-minute read. It's going to take you to this video. So they go through, did like a Connect Live. So they basically went through the Kelly Guide like we did today. So if you want to go back and watch that and kind of see some different things, you could do that as well too. So that's just a cool little thing that a lot of people don't know is there. Also, I want to give you all another little resource. So there's some people that have like monetized it or like sold it or like different tech trainers and stuff like that. So Command, there's somebody that's done an online course. So Command 101. This Teachable website. So you can get started now and you can sign up for this, and he's got like an initial course that's like, I'm gonna sign you up to. Yeah. And then he's got like, if you ever like want to just look and see what people are doing, type in KW Command on YouTube. There's a bunch of resources. People like Marty Miller, Nick Baldwin, Sam Jackson. There's Lori Baldwin too in Las Vegas. There's a lot of and Jay Ceramic. There's a lot of people that put out video, like little 5-minute tutorials. Marty Miller's got like his 66-day challenge videos. Jay Ceramic or whatever it is. There's a lot of resources, but Nick Baldwin, he did like a step-by-step course that's kind of like that agent modules. So you can sign up for that. I'm just gonna use, is it, how do you pronounce your name correctly? Therese. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. I have no idea. What's your KW email? At kw.com. Password, I'm just gonna put TKayla 2020. So you can go here now. So he's gone through and created basically the same modules from that. So like inputting contacts, he's got a 10-minute video that can walk you through. That you can come in here, and then it'll ask you questions about that, creating a smart view, adding tags. So this is just a good little another resource that you can go through and sign up for. So if you go to write it down, so you'll have this Command 101. So COMMAND, the number is 101.teachable.com. It'll take you to that sign up page where y'all can sign up for it. And then he sends out like email newsletters and things like that that are good, like just content that, hey, if I need something to learn today, that's a good place to go. So that's a good resource that I would recommend at least checking out and getting started. So Command 101.teachable.com, and like command your conversion, this page should pop up. I'm gonna see what's going on there. And it's just an added resource that's available to y'all. All right, we covered a lot of stuff today. Do y'all have any questions, concerns? Did I bore you? Was it good? Was it helpful? Okay. All right, well, let me know if y'all ever have any questions. Feel free to reach out and let me know if there's something I can do to help y'all. I'm happy to. I'm gonna end this, no one else showed up.